Welcome back to Sexducating, people!
I am Rose.
She's my Sexducating co-host, and you will see a lot more of her in the future. Boom.
Today we're going to talk about the Ashley Madison scandal. Because the scandal's so big and complicated, it's going to take 2 videos to say everything we want to. Today we're going to cover it in terms of outing and its social impacts.
Ashley Madison is a hookup website marketed as being for individuals that are seeking out for extramarital affairs. Hence, it is supposed to assure discretion. A couple of weeks ago, hackers got a hold of personal information from the website and released them onto the internet. Names, sexualities in a lot of cases, and locations and so on have been made public. In the next couple of minutes, we will discuss the fallout of this mass outing and the social impact that this has on an individual and social scale.
Outing is when an individual takes it upon themselves to release information about another person against that person's wishes. So usually outing is used in instances where an individual would release information about someone's sexuality. There are many reasons why someone might not want that information released. It should be enough that they don't want it released, even if there isn't a reason, but it could mean that there are threats to their physical safety. It could affect the relationships of people around them because of the sort of microculture within their family or within the society that they live.
Outing is not only about releasing information about someone else's sexuality, but it's really broad in the meaning that you can out someone else's mental health, mental issues, family problems, or anything.
Fetishes, the way in which, the non-traditional sort of relationship.
Whatever they don't want to disclose to the public or to their families.
It is not other people's right to decide what information should be made public about their personal lives. When a person is outed, it not only negates their ability to make a choice about what information is put out about them, it could also have devastating consequences for them. For example, in Saudi Arabia, you could face the death penalty for being found and proven to be homosexual. So not only does this have devastating consequences from people who are living their everyday lives outside the public eye, there are also big consequences for people who are very much in the public eye. What we've seen with Ashley Madison is that certain people, including quite famous American preachers, have been outed as being gay. So this doesn't just affect people who are living their normal lives every day outside the public eye, it also affects people who are very much in the public eye. For example, what we've seen with Ashley Madison is that preachers who have been famous for citing homophobia very publicly have been found to have accounts on Ashley Madison actually seeking homosexual relationships. This mass outing of personal information hasn't just affected people who live outside the public eye, it's also ended up dragging a lot of people who are already in the public eye into the scandal. So there have been a number of preachers in America who are known particularly for citing homophobia amongst their congregations, who have been found to have profiles on Ashley Madison seeking out homosexual arrangements. Some people would argue that this is a good thing because they see it as undermining these preachers' homophobic dogma. We don't see it like that though. We think that on principle outing is just still very wrong, and you're treating those individuals, even if they behave abhorrently, as if the ends justify the means.
Especially if that person lives in a location where certain behaviours and certain aspects of their life could be seen as illegal or could alienate them from the rest of the society. Privacy is really important because in that setting that person can grow their identity, especially in countries where certain behaviours, like for example being homosexual or having certain fetishes, are not allowed, are illegal. We see that by outing those individuals, we stop the person from having their own space on which they can express their identity as they want it to be.
At the point where individuals are not able to express certain parts of their identity, even when they're completely alone, for fear that certain information about them will be released if they, for example, search for something on an internet search engine, you are forcing them to suppress aspects of their identity, and this will have damaging effects on themselves, but not only that, also on society in general, because you are not allowing these people to go through the process of potentially connecting with other people that are like them in order to form communities. So you are keeping minority groups and people who don't prescribe to whatever the arbitrary norm is in their microcosm from ever changing what the norm is considered. I hope that we explained some very complicated things as well as we could. Definitely as well as we could at this time of night.
Yeah. We really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a comment down below. Leave a cheeky thumbs up. And until next Friday, ciao!
Like, comment, and subscribe.